Hello, my name is GRUBER. I'm a political scientist at the University of Vienna, and my chapter deals with the Austrian situation on immigration, public opinion, and the consequences for progressive political parties. Due to its location on the edge of Eastern and Western Europe, Austria is a particularly interesting case for analysis. The country has had its fair share of experience with refugee inflows from Eastern Europe during the Cold War era, from Southern Europe during the Balkan War period, but also with immigration during the country's guest worker regime in the 1960s and 70s, and especially since the 1990s after the fall of the Iron Curtain and the country's EU accession. With regard to public opinion, however, Austria ranges among the more immigration skeptic countries traditionally among Western European democracies. And this tendency has even increased after the 2015 refugee policy crisis, where both the political environment as well as public opinion have shifted further to the right, creating a somewhat difficult environment for progressive political parties who are forced to swim upstream against the current political trend. So, which recommendations can be given to progressive political parties in the current situation? Well, first of all, reinforce your core principles. Forging a new progressive formula, first of all, needs to re-establish the traditional USP of the Progressive Party family, because it's here where much of the alienation of left-wing voters has its roots, in their perception that the left has not been capable of protecting them from the consequences of a global neoliberal economy. Hence, without a convincing alternative on the economic line of policy conflict, any progressive answer on the cultural line of conflict will be perceived as a further betrayal. Therefore, secondly, reframe the immigration and integration debate. The current right-wing push towards renationalization, protectionism, a lacking willingness of foreign development activities needs to be contrasted by a positive answer on the progressive end. Pillars of this answer need to be a harmonized concept of legal pathways to Europe, a stronger European presence in the countries of origin, and an integration concept that treats diversity as a normality, as an asset, but that demands participation in core societal institutions and social liberal values from all members of society, those with or without migrant background. So thirdly, depict the consequences of the current right-wing push in Europe. Draw the parallels between the current situation and the early 20th century, against which the European Union has been an explicit response in its creation. None of the current challenges, or hardly any, can be met by a competitive nationalist approach, but mostly all of them need a joint effort among European member states. So finally, Europeanize progressive claims. The current situation provides a window for a stronger push towards harmonization in policy areas such as social welfare or finance, areas in which such harmonization steps have been lacking in the last decades.